wonderful!
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the now world famous Good Bit podcast. We are here to talk about films that we love so much that have been released in recent years that in the future should be and hopefully will be considered classics by movie critics and movie lovers around the world. And hello again, everybody! My name is Chris Moffat. I will be your guide through this tour, your host with the most and the face that runs the place. And I'm joined one more again by my boy, the Dia Beethoven. It's you and Ferguson.
Gang, gang, Gucci gang.
Boom, 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 bass.
That was embarrassing.
Wow. Also joined by...
That's the worst thing. I think out of all the intros I've ever done, that was the worst.
That was so bad, you.
I'm sorry, I'm really into... have you ever heard of Will Pump?
Yeah, I've not seen this video. I want to see the video.
He's like 17 and he's just out his tits on like lean, which is that purple drink that people talk about.
You said tits and Becca took off a top. Yeah, okay, so...
Anyway, he has a song called Gucci Gang and I'm really into it right now.
I've heard of the song.
Yeah. I've not heard of the song.
Gucci Gang,
Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
My bitch love do
Awful.
cocaine.
it's not my type
better
of
bleep
music.
that out.
Why?
We're not promoting drugs on this show.
It's
No,
explicit.
Explicit now.
Is it?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Alright.
Just means you can swear whenever you want.
No, but how? Right, no. But I mean,
You
like,
should-
do
you
you
should
need
know.
to ask? Like,
No, but you have to, like, so for example, if you're wanting it, like, if you haven't said it's explicit, you need to make sure people know
Oh,
it,
no,
you know,
there's- yeah.
so they can listen to it with their family. But then if it's explicit, then you should tell them, you know what I mean? So you have to go put the BE next to it, you know,
Oh, okay.
like on iTunes and stuff. It's quite official. Anyway.
Only
uh,
person who is explicit is you. You.
Sometimes, yeah.
No.
Who's the worst swearer on this show? Who's been the worst swearer?
You. No.
What was...
Actually, maybe.
You've been
like,
pretty bad.
with Ross Martin or something. He seems
Nah,
like he's-
yeah, Mason with no nickname.
Really?
He's quite bad. Jack Boy Chicken Gordo's quite bad.
Awful.
Especially in the last one. He was talking about Nia Jax, one
Oh, I
of the
didn't hear
women
the last
wrestlers,
one.
and he hates her. That was Mason actually. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Oops.
Back to the action, live. I'm joined here by Ali Bally B. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The B is for Bowie and she's back on the show.
Way. Hello, folks. How we doing?
Last time you were here was a Christmas episode.
It was.
Yeah, did you have a good
it
Christmas?
It was bloody great.
By the time people are listening to this, Christmas is long gone. However, well, recording time, Christmas was only a couple weeks ago.
I was
So.
very hungover.
Oh. What?
That was Alexa. Alexa,
No way.
We've got Alexa.
stop. Okay, thank you.
No. Alexa's... No. I don't agree with that.
We got the Google one instead now.
No,
You go,
that's freaky because
okay, Google.
she just talks whenever. She
Yeah.
listens into your conversations. I don't agree with it.
Oh, it's if like the government listening to your conversations.
Yeah, because I was in the kitchen once and like she just started speaking. She answered a question that I asked and I was
Yeah.
like, what the crud?
What year was Abraham Lincoln born? You know, you sure?
she doesn't like you, Ali.
No, you need to say Alexa first.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't want to talk to her.
No.
No, but that's the thing. I didn't
count.
say her name.
Sometimes it's
She
just
just
yeah.
answered.
See what I
It's
mean?
just a computer that thinks it hears something and then
Creepy.
yeah. Also joined one more again is Bad Bitch Becca.
Hiya. I can't actually say my nickname, so I'm not going to try.
Bad Bitch Becca. Triple B. Triple H's cousin.
Oh.
Bad bitch Becca. Oh no,
There you
no,
go.
that's fine.
Triple H's cousin. Triple B.
Oh, it's like serious there.
Yeah, Becca Murphy is related to Triple H. You can change your nickname if you want.
No, I'm actually related to Eddie Murphy.
Are you?
We're cousins.
Eddie Murphy, no.
Same skin tone.
Oh wait, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you all for joining me today. It's a horrible day outside. You've all had to trek from the train station through a horrible puddle. I gave you in a backpack. Not a backpack.
Piggy bag.
What do you call it? A piggyback.
A backpack.
Cokey bag. I say cokey bag.
Cookie back.
Cokey bag.
Pokey back, what?
Is it kiddie bag? What?
Wait, what do you call that?
To
Kitty bag.
society.
Kitty bag.
No.
Wait, what do you guys... That's what you guys just said there, kitty bag.
I say piggyback.
Oh, Peggy. I call it kitty. Maybe
What?
I'm wrong.
I think you're
To
the
be honest,
only
I
person.
hear things really wrong sometimes, so it's
Piggy
probably
bag.
not.
Yeah.
Kiddie bag.
Yeah, so as I said at the start, we're here to talk about films that have been released, call it within the last 10 years or so, that in 10 years' time, or in 20 years' time, we will consider them classics.
Yes.
I think it's quite an interesting topic because it's so subjective as well. Like as I was saying to Ali before we started here, films like, for example, Pulp Fiction that was released over 20 years ago, now are considered classic films. But in like 95, like the year after it was released, it wasn't considered a classic. You know, it was just, oh, what a great film. But now, it's regarded as one of the best ever. So what films that are recent and modern and contemporary in our lives right now, that we're watching, going to the cinema to see, that is on Channel 4 every day, that we have DVDs of, what ones are they going to be, you know, these are some of the greatest ones of all time. What films nowadays are going to go down in history as the best ever? That's what we're here to discuss right now.
I've got a good list.
Yeah, you've got loads there. I have no...
Because I couldn't decide, there's so many films, like, but then it's
Yeah,
difficult to
what
know, like, if you want to choose, like, indie films,
Yeah,
or,
of
like,
course.
just, like, oh, stop looking at my list.
Yeah. My highlight of 2017, not that anybody asked, the podcast, of course. Corona podcast. Going to New York was a big deal.
yeah.
I talked about it in great detail on the awards show, which was the first episode of the new year, so go check that one out.
Well,
The Good Bit Awards 2017, which none of us won an award for except for Dia Beethoven over there,
Yeah.
who won Best Musical Performance.
And also I was in one of the my Misery Corner
Won
one.
Best Segment, yeah, Best Musical Performance. You beat Becca from doing the Kill Bill whistle,
Yeah.
oh wow.
and we
Did I not
bet
get that wrong?
Ali by singing Nickelback.
I can't believe you beat me. How did you
Nickelback.
what?
Nickelback. I've all
What
the
did you beat me
bands.
with?
I sang the entirety of You Are the Music in Me from High School Musical. On the High
The
School
entire
Musical.
song.
That'll be because I didn't listen to that.
What a
It was
loser.
very good. It was a very good performance.
I'll
I
give
put my
you
heart
that.
and soul into it.
Rightful winner.
Yeah.
Shall we get a move on then, folks?
Yeah, let's talk about
We are here.
films.
Well, I don't have a list prepared. I'm going to listen to what you guys have said and comment. But when I think of this topic, the first film that comes to my mind, I don't know why, but it is The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yes,
Okay.
that's on my list.
I don't
That's
know
at the top
why.
of
That
your
is,
list.
that's at the top of my list in capital letters.
I have no idea why. Maybe it's just because I've seen other lists with that kind of like the thumbnail being that. Maybe
What's
that's
that?
the case.
2017.
No, 2014. That's one.
2014.
What's of the last 10 years? Sorry.
Wait, we're doing of the last 10.
Of the last
yeah,
10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Um,
Sorry, I fell asleep for a minute. No, I know what I'm doing. I know what we're doing. I know.
The recently released films can be anything really. But I don't know why. Is every single time I think about what film now are we still going to be watching over and over and over again and not being sick of right now? The first one that comes to
Yeah.
mind is Grand Budapest,
Yeah,
the Wes
because
Anderson film.
It's genius.
It's
Like,
genius.
It's amazing.
The beautiful pictures in it, the acting in it, the music in it is amazing, direction
Yeah.
is great, and the cast is fucking star-studded. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what I love most about the aesthetics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he
Yeah.
puts so much detail into every
Yeah.
single scene and every shot. Like it's all like deliberate, and I just love it. I just love Wes
I
Anderson.
just love how every director, or most best directors, have their own trademark. Yeah.
And you can tell with
So
Wes
like
Anderson.
J.J. Abrams is like the light beams, and Wes Anderson is the beautiful pictures, and
Yeah.
Tarantino is the over bloody stuff, and
Yeah, and like all the titles. and
Linklater
everything,
is like the is the aspect of time in films and things like that, and Wes Anderson is the one that stands out the most to me because it is the one that's most striking in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know, I'm trying to think of other
Very
Wes Anderson
specific.
films that I've seen. I've only seen The Fantastic Mr. Fox, but
I
even
did
then,
like that
Which
film.
is awesome.
The Fantastic
like
Mr.
it.
Fox.
No, I didn't
Oh,
like
I
it.
So
really- I
good.
liked it.
I don't know if it's because like, did you guys watch it as kids?
No,
Like, when did it come out?
2009.
Oh,
I
2009.
watched it when it came out.
I thought it was 2012.
Yeah, so you were a little baby then.
I was no.
I love-
Are you having a laugh?
To be honest, you're still a baby, so.
Yeah,
like,
very good. 2009, you would
I
have
was
been.
11.
more of a baby.
11
Yeah, little 11-year-old just going into high school.
Actually,
Yeah,
looking
you're a
at
baby
it,
then.
I've not actually seen a lot of his films.
I liked
to be honest.
Life Aquatic. Did anyone see
I've
that?
not seen that one. No.
Or what's the hotel one?
Not
The
seen that
really. What's the
Moonrise Kingdom,
No, the hotel one. What's it called?
Grand Budapest.
No. Oh no, shit. No, not that. What's it called? The Royal Tenenbaums. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, right,
It's,
okay.
it's nothing. Well, no, it's there's not really
Bollocks.
details in that. I don't know why I thought.
The hotel one is the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Royal Tenenbaums is really good. It's really depressing, but like I love that about Wes Anderson. He makes it so like
Yeah.
depressing things really beautiful,
Yeah.
but like
But,
without
like, yeah.
romanticizing them. Like it's nice.
Yeah, good point.
Like a lot of what you like writes, like the script in Royal Tenenbaums is really beautiful. You need to watch it. It's,
Oh,
I know
I'll
I've
check
not,
it out.
I've not seen it.
I've not seen it either.
it's a really good film.
So quick fire. Favorite Wes Anderson film, Becca.
The Royal the Royal Tenenbaums is really good.
You.
Grand Budapest.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. There's another one, Rushmore. That's a big one.
Rushmore.
I've never
Moonrise
seen
Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom's the other
That's one I've not
Life
seen.
Aquatic and came into watch that.
Moonrise Kingdom's great.
Yeah, I've got that on DVD. I can give you it.
I think it's on Netflix.
Is it? Oh, I'm gonna watch that
I
tonight.
think so.
Okay, what other films then? So Grand Budapest, we'll put that in the list.
That has
Ali?
to be on the list.
I've got a wee list. I think the one that hits off the top of my head because I already rewatch it would be The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
2008,
Yes.
so it's still 10 years, and it's probably
That's almost
That's-
already reaching that status, isn't it?
But I would argue
But it's-
just that trilogy in
On
general.
general.
one of the best trilogies ever. Yeah.
But Dark Knight specifically
Yeah,
is a film.
It is the best
it's,
one.
I've rewatched it a million times. It's one of those, like, I can rewatch the Batman films, but especially that film, and especially just the way it's done. It's so smart, and and the accent, obviously Heath Ledger is rocks a ball. Christian Bale, obviously, Christian Bale does not have a bad film.
I think
Yeah.
Christian Bale doesn't get enough credit for those films.
He doesn't, because they focus more on the ones where he puts more into his
Well, people.
I like
physical
Christian
weight
Bale.
loss.
He's had a
and
good
things.
few
he's-
films, like American Psycho is really good.
Yeah,
Like when he tries and shoves a cat in a cat machine.
he's good in that. He's good in
So
like
funny.
he's good in stuff like he's got another film that's out. It's not out yet, and it's a really what's it called? The Hostiles or something. And my stepmom and stuff have seen it, and they've said he's plays a blinder in it. But everything he does, he plays a blinder in. You know, even Terminator Salvation, which obviously a lot of people say isn't a very good film, he still plays a blinder. Like he doesn't have a bad film. I didn't like American Hustle as a film, but I thought he was great in it.
I've not seen American Hustle.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy
I
that
didn't
either.
like. I thought it was. Yeah, just didn't think it was that great. But he's great in it.
It didn't hit the points. Like it was a wee bit.
Nah. I found it quite limp. But Dark Knight, come on, like it's just
Yeah,
the
it's-
film of.
It's funny,
You
these
know?
films that people sort of resonate with the most, like Batman or Spider-Man or Superman, are going to reach those stats because they're larger than life. For example, like the 8 to 9 Batman Tim Burton films,
Yeah.
they're already classics.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
even, I mean, the first one's great, Batman Returns is great, but Batman and Robin and Batman Forever are regarded as the two weaker ones, but they're still in that same genre because they're Batman, they're larger than life, so they're further classics. So nowadays, if you're getting a film like that, for example, you're going to get Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, they're going to be, you know, considered the best ones.
Yeah.
But people didn't really like Batman v Superman or Suicide Squad and these sort of
Nah.
things. But because they're in the same genre, do you think they'll be regarded in the same kind of way?
No.
No,
I
because
think
they're
nah.
different.
It's not a good film. It's not a good film. It's quite frank about that.
They're different. They are different.
Did you guys not like
Um,
Suicide Squad?
I really enjoyed Suicide Squad.
I didn't mind it. I didn't love it. Didn't hate it. I think they missed the point of Suicide Squad. Like I think.
Yeah.
No, I think what the problem was there was no like clear, like with the whole
Yeah.
action scenes they weren't like planned out. They were just a mess.
And they
And
had
I was
these,
like, what the fuck's
these
going
big
on?
introductions for them all. I was like, you don't need to tell me who they are. Show me who they are and what they
Yeah.
do. Which they
Don't
have
tell
been,
me, show
you know.
me, yeah.
And I think that actually kind of creates this false idea of a film that you need to sit down and explain to the audience who a character is. I'm like,
So
no, like
much
let us figure
exposition.
that out through the journey.
And then they were
So-
explaining people, like they explained that guy, and then he was no, in fact they didn't explain him. Some guy turned up, I don't know what his name, but this mad zipline guy, he just turned up, punched someone. Next scene, they were out and he tried to get away, and they killed him. What was the point in having him in it?
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that guy on all the like
Posters,
press
trailers
junkets and
and-
stuff. I was like, "What? You have been in it for 20 seconds."
Yeah, they proper like they did a really good job marketing, but I think it was
Yeah.
like, it
It
looked
was
so
They tried to
so
make it
much
look so
cast.
fun, yeah.
yeah, and it didn't live up to what the marketing was
But,
and all
but,
that.
but they still had, this is the thing though, it can be a crap film but great performances in a crap film, and I always
Yeah.
find that because I think Margot Robbie's everything
Margot
she does
Robbie.
is fantastic.
Great in that film.
yeah,
Like
definitely.
I watched her in Goodbye
So
Goodbye
hot.
Christopher Robin's recently.
Yeah, it's
And
new. The Winnie the Pooh one.
Yeah, and she's great in it, but she's also in I, Tonya, brilliant in that. Like she
Yeah,
doesn't have a
yeah.
bad film.
Yeah.
And even in Suicide Squad, I think she had the best performance.
Yeah.
I mean, she was okay in Neighbours.
Yeah, I'm not really what.
That's how her acting career
Um,
Yeah,
started.
started. To me, like
Neighbours.
they all started. Like even Heath Ledger started in.
Yeah, Home
Was
and
it
Away.
Home and Away?
Yeah,
They all
yeah.
started.
Oh, wait,
in-
was she
Mental.
in- oh,
How
was she in
ridiculous
Home
is
and
that?
She was Neighbours.
She was Neighbours. To be honest, I
Um,
never saw Neighbours.
So
I don't watch that.
there's always this like stigma that Marvel and DC are always like going at each other, like they're rivals. Do you know what I mean?
They're rivals in money.
But like, for example, I don't think they are really. I mean, they are
Really?
the two biggest, arguably, movie franchises in the world, right? So then Marvel put out a film in May 2016, Civil War, and then in August DC put out Suicide Squad. So people are comparing Suicide Squad to Civil
No,
War,
right,
which
okay,
shouldn't
yeah.
happen
They're
because
not
they're
even
totally
in
different.
similar.
But because it's Marvel and DC, they're being compared. You know.
I think I'd still say out of all of those films, the one that will resonate with people will be Avengers. Like that'll be
first
that'll
Avengers.
be the
Yeah.
film. Even though I love the second one as well, but the first one's like out of all those films.
I cannot wait for Infinity War, and I'm not a big Marvel fan.
It's so gonna be like although Civil War, I would say
I think Civil War is the best one.
I got a copy of the original Civil War comic book for my Christmas.
Nice.
Because I know Mark Miller. Well, I don't know him, but my dad knows him, and he's gonna get a wee signature.
Well,
Nice.
that's
on it.
cool.
I know.
I've
I'm
got
excited.
the Kick-Ass graphic novel signed by Mark Miller.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Mutual friend.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a Spider-Man comic. It's the only one I own. And
I
I'm
got-
really happy
Spider-
about
I
it.
think Spider-Man's one of my favourites. So.
Same.
I
yeah,
got
I thought
a
Homecoming was good this year.
Yeah.
yeah,
Homecoming. That was last year.
2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
It's a new type of Spider-Man film.
Yeah.
And you know the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans are reaching that classic status.
Yeah, they're.
What
You
do
know-
you say?
Yeah.
I prefer Tobey Maguire.
I think I do too. I think he's always going to be my
I think
favourite Spider-Man.
they've lost the heart of Spider-Man in the new ones, which is a really
They've
shame.
lost the heart of him.
The heart of him, because it's the way it's like a lot of films now, they've changed it to be so modernised, and it's a shame because I think
But then that's the way they translate to like younger generations.
It does, but
like,
if it's not, I feel like if it's not true for me, but I think it's maybe because I've seen the original. But I didn't see the original till I was a bit older though, because when they came out.
I grew up with the Tobey
so-
Maguire ones.
Yeah, and it's
I've
it's
seen
hard to like go.
I've seen Spider-Man 1 in the cinema with Tobey.
Oh, did you? I didn't.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
found it so
That's
scary.
good.
It's good though. Like it's a good.
I love
And I
it.
remember
Okay.
it because I had to leave. See the bit where Willem
Gosh.
Dafoe's turning into the Green Goblin?
Yeah.
And he was in
Did
the
you
ch-
really?
he's like, I had to leave the cinema with my dad. I was like, no, I can't watch it.
Yeah, how scary was it when you
That
were a little
was
kid?
so scary when I
I
was
shat
really
myself. I was like with my little brother and my dad and like my stepdad, and like I was just shitting myself. I was like, get me out of this room. I was like,
I have
He's
a,
such a
so
good actor.
stressful.
I have a weird one with that as well. I think it's Spider-Man 2. I think.
That's my favourite out of them.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the video game of that was feckin' it was so good. The PS2 game for Spider-Man 2. But we had a family who used to live down the bottom of the street there. I can't even remember their names. Evan was one of them. But they were the family that was really really weird. They would always come out and talk to you, but they'd always ask too much information. They'd always invite themselves into your house. That family, right? Come into my house and we'll sit and watch movies together.
This could be me when
And I don't
I'm
really
older.
know you, one of those ones. So that happened to me one time. Come in, we'll watch a movie together. So I went into this guy's house and he gave me a wrestling videotape. You can have this, I know you like wrestling. So I was like, okay, whatever. And his dad was English and he was like, boys, shut up. Spider-Man 2's on the telly. Spider-Man 2's on the telly. And he was freaking out that Spider-Man 2 was on the TV. Now, Spider-Man 2 had just come out. It wasn't on the telly. They definitely stole that film. And then that was the last time, and that was the last time I ever saw them.
They definitely what?
They'd stolen it. They pirated it. or
Pirate
something.
copy. Yeah.
Oh.
He was like-
Imagine.
He was like, I
Who
finally.
would do that?
But I'm just saying, like back in the day, that was a big deal. Now it's like internet's so big now, you can do it anywhere. But that's my Spider-Man 2 story. Becca, you got a film?
I've got an amazing list of films, so I'm going to try and
Give
choose
us
one.
one or two now.
Right. Okay. I'll give you some kid films that are really
Okay,
important.
good-
so
good
we've
idea.
got Moana, 2016.
Yeah.
We've got It. Because I
Some kid films.
well, okay, this is my problem.
My
with
favourite
It.
Disney films: Moana, Toy Story, It.
Okay,
The
fine,
Shining.
Fine. Oh, The Shining is a classic. Anyway, so Brave. I've got
Yeah. Brave will be good
Inside
fun.
Out.
Inside Out
and-
is so sad, isn't it?
Where's
It makes
it?
me upset.
And there was another one. Oh, Finding Dory.
Right.
Because those are like the
Yeah.
four. that I
Great,
would
let's
say
talk
are,
about
like,
that. So,
proper. Okay, maybe not It, but I think it was like a child
No.
adventure film.
we'll get to it later.
That
We'll
was
talk
one
about
that's
what-
15!
Yeah, but it wasn't scary.
a child adventure film.
Yeah, it was kind of like
Just
Stranger
because there was
Things.
children in it.
It wasn't scary. It was so good. I would watch it. But I don't know. Carry on. Anyway.
But we'll talk about kids films just now, right? So Disney films, they go down so well with everybody, I think, right? So films like Monsters Inc. and stuff and The Incredibles are
Yeah.
considered classics now, right? So the new generation of that, Inside Out,
Yeah.
is fucking brilliant.
It's so
Moana
good.
is amazing. The other ones I didn't see, I haven't seen Frozen, but that's already reaching a status where
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
talks about Frozen.
And Finding Dory finally
Finding Dory.
came. And Incredibles 2 is
2
coming.
next year.
It's like
This year.
Yeah,
Is it this year?
2018.
Yeah.
That is so exciting.
Yeah,
Because the
Shrek,
trailer came out last year and it said 2018.
Oh my god.
Shrek
Wow.
5 is coming out in 2019.
Why is Shrek 5 even a
And,
thing?
and Toy Story 4 is coming out in...
I
Toy
love,
Story-
I love
no,
Tangled as well.
No.
Tangled.
Not seen Tangled.
Tangled,
Really want to
yeah,
see Tangled.
Tangled.
Compared
really
that
good.
to Frozen, I think it's a better film.
That's
Better
funny.
songs.
That comparison's made all the time
It is, I
between
think
Frozen and
it's-
Tangled. It's weird
I think they're both really good.
I think it's
equally.
because of when they came out as well.
Yeah, of course.
Came out and they're both it's not a similar type of princess, but it's the same kind of like
Yeah.
ditzy fairy.
Okay.
Oh,
kind of
Brave!
film.
I meant to say Brave too.
You had Brave.
did say
Oh, did I
Brave.
say
Again,
Brave?
I've not seen it, but I should have. But tell me about
Brave's
Brave.
good. Brave's
Brave
good.
is good.
Brave is a really
It's
good
good for
film.
Scots.
But
Yeah, and I like how she just has messy curly hair because no princesses
Messy
have curly
and-
hair.
yeah.
And as a person with curly hair, that's something I
Help.
struggled with as I grew up. Like I had no one to look at who had really curly hair, so I straightened my hair all the time.
And now you know Claudia.
Yeah.
Kelly Sue.
Now you know.
And now I know Claudia Kelly, and she's my princess.
Yeah, shout out to Claudia. Kelly Sue.
I was gonna. I think The Incredibles 2. That'll be like a big thing.
Hope
for
it's
We're all
me,
going to go to the cinema, yeah.
because that was 2004.
Yeah.
I think. the
Wow,
first one.
that
Three,
is
maybe?
really
3,
good.
4?
I never
Yeah,
realised
around
this was
that
long.
time.
I'm going to check, but about 2003 or 2004.
Yeah.
So what age were we?
7.
5.
We were so young.
6 and 7, yeah.
We were still in primary school.
Ridiculous.
6.
But also The Incredibles is considered one of the best superhero films as well.
It is one of the
Mhm.
best
It's-
films.
it's
Yeah, I
brilliant.
like it. It's very clever as well. Some of the stuff. I like.
Yeah.
And there's so much
6.
adult humour in it. I love it
Yeah.
when like little like kids films have so many like
Like the Jungle Book.
little
Yeah.
jokes in. You're like, haha. So it's
Jungle
just,
Book's another one, the new Jungle Book.
I like.
Oh, I never
liked
saw
the
that.
Jungle Book.
I would really, we did a episode
I
on
also really liked the new Beauty and the Beast. I really liked the new Beauty and the Beast. I really thought they were clever and they kept it very character-like, so it was true to the original.
Yeah. There's a different relationship between.
I don't know how I felt about the Beast song.
What are you laughing at?
Oh yeah, I was quite shocked when he started singing.
Sorry. That was funny.
What? Do share.
No, I'm just saving that.
I've actually not even got any kids
Show
films
you
on
that
the list.
later.
Yeah, so there's a different relationship like a child has with one of these films than anybody else. Do you know what I mean? Like, so like a child looks up to these film
Yeah.
people, you know? Like, so for example, when I was a child, like Woody was the man,
Yeah.
you
Buzz
know?
Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear, do you know what I mean? So it's different now. What kids of today, who are they looking up to? Are they looking up to Maui, the Rock from Moana?
I would.
Are they looking up to Dory? You know, Mowgli, Baloo?
I think
You know?
the kids are actually still hooked on the originals, like
I
Little
love
Mermaid
it.
and
I love
Cinderella.
it.
They're still hooked on those ones. I think no matter. I think the classics.
Well,
are
I
the
have no
classics
kids in my
that way.
life, so like not that sort of weird. I mean, like I have no like younger
Yeah,
siblings
just
or like
to know.
younger cousins or all that.
Yet.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
Well, my wee cousin, she's like 7, and she loves My Little Pony.
oh,
I'm like, we relate.
that's a bad phase.
Yeah. Well, no, she's got the same backpack as me, so. That's
I
how you
hope
know.
that this generation of children grow up enjoying these films because they're great films. I hope they don't grow up saying
Yeah.
these. I'm not going to watch this film because it's bad quality and it's not as good quality as the thing I see on my iPad.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
And we kids have iPads and things now, so.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like kids these days are growing up though, like really fast, like faster than we did.
Yeah.
They're all
Because they're watching. I don't think
electronic devices and stuff.
Yeah.
got now. It's just sad though. I'll go out and play Kirby.
But it keeps children quiet though, does it not? Like, so
That's
my
why-
baby
that's why.
cousin,
Yeah, but
he won't shut up unless he's got his wee thing, like his wee game thing in front of him, you know?
I used to
Shove a
play
bunny in
outside
yeah,
Me
same.
until I was like 10.
I
As I said
never see
earlier,
little kids
had
like,
my own
playing
wrestling
outside.
company. You were
Oh.
forced to go and be creative. I went out,
Yeah.
I started my own wrestling company. I came up with storylines. I wrote scripts. I learned how to do moves and flips. And
This
then,
But when we were that age, we didn't have iPads. Like, I think
that's true.
I think I got
Think
an
about
iPad
it,
when I
like,
was 12.
How much?
It's Game Boys.
How much did you pretend
but-
when you were a kid? Like now, like little kids are going to grow up to be actors. Are they still going to have that imagination that we all have because they've like been stuck on their phones and they've not been forced to go out and like
Yeah.
play games and make
I hope
up
so.
cool adventures and stuff?
I think I'm the way I am because of that reason.
Yeah,
But-
same.
You know what I mean?
But it's all going to change, even the way. I mean, look at the way films are being made. And look, if you look at what films, the content in films. Look at Black Mirror, for example. I watched a film recently, and it was about, you know, in a family home, and if a person dies, they can get given another person in to replace them, and they tell them all about the person. They look exactly like the person that
So,
died.
yeah.
Tell them all the information, and once they know all the information about the person, they can pretend to be them, and you know they're pretending, but it's like a comfort thing.
What
And
film's that?
I cannot remember the name.
That sounds really.
That sounds
I
good,
wanna
yeah.
watch
Really
that.
good. The actress is in it. She's really really good. I'm
Find
gonna
out
figure
and
it-
let us
figure
know.
out the name. It was like it was quite a slow burner of a film, but it was like one of those ones where you need it to be slow because you
Yeah.
need to take in what's happening. But Black Mirror is the same. Some of the stuff we knew. There was an episode I watched, and it was the mum and how her young
Oh,
daughter she could get
Don't
the
tell me yet.
basically her daughter could get this thing in her head where the mum would have the iPad and could see
Oh,
what her
and
daughter
track
could
where she
see
goes, yeah.
and track where she is and track everything. If she was ill, if she cut her hand, she knew exactly what was happening. She could just go in and save her. And it was just saying how invasion of privacy of your kids, and like you can see your kids doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, and no one, like she told her mum she was somewhere and she was somewhere else, and the mum found out. It's just that this stuff that will eventually happen, like it's going to become more and more robotic. You're getting even what's it, automatic cars are used now, like
Yeah.
like that's great, like that's mental. At one point you were a horse and carriage, and now you get automatic cars, like everything's
Horse and
changing.
carriage, yeah.
But
Those were the
look
good
at
old
that.
days, eh?
But look at that compared to a car, like that's so long put together. But films are shown. Films always, if you look at even anything David Bowie said or whatever, like they always know what's gonna happen, and films are very, very good at knowing what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like WALL-E.
Wall-E's another one.
WALL-E's another one.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
a
really good. When did
brilliant
that come out
such a
again?
beautiful film.
I can't remember.
2008, yeah.
Yeah, 2008. So it's just
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like really smart. Like if we don't look after this
Yeah.
world,
The world,
then
yeah.
we're gonna like
Exactly.
we're
Like-
already messing it up. Like turtles are getting herpes because of us. Our coral is getting destroyed, and we only have
Kidding.
one type of coral in the UK, and it's almost destroyed. This is
Bad.
bad things are happening to the environment. It's not good. Like we've already destroyed like 1/5 of the coral in the whole world,
It
and
doesn't even surprise me though. Like,
no
it
one
still
cares.
doesn't- But when if we're talking about influential films, I was going to say Get Out is like
Okay.
it's a
Yes.
smart film.
Let's talk about that.
Also because it's saying about this idea of getting old and putting an older person taking a younger person and putting the older person in their body. I think that's like
Yeah.
it's out there, but I'm like
Gotta
that
rewatch that
could
one.
happen.
it's insane.
Yeah.
Were you there when I watched it? No.
Get Out, no.
What was it you said that film just won? When did you say Get Out?
Get Out,
just-
it just won something like best reviewed film.
Best reviewed
or-
film
Yes.
2017.
And the main
This
actor in
year.
that, I thought the way he acts through his face and his eyes and
Mm.
John
tells
Peel,
a
isn't
lot. Yeah, he
John Peel's
he can
the-
say a
Not
lot.
the
Yeah,
actor, but
it's
the
kind of like
director,
Emily
yeah.
Blunt and the
From
train.
Key and Peele.
Yeah, like say a
What's it
lot in
called?
the
On the train.
Girl on Train.
Get on the
Girl on
train.
train. On the train.
We went to see that.
Yeah, we saw that.
We had a wee
Oh,
date.
and I spoke in this and I was like, what? And slapped my leg. That
Did you
was.
slap me?
Oh, did I slap you?
What is happening?
I was like, what? Did you
Yeah.
see it coming?
Another film I want to talk about that I think will one day be considered a classic, and I'm sure you'll agree with me here, and it almost already is Step Brothers.
Oh, I hate Step Brothers.
I didn't like that. No, I
hate
did.
that.
But I didn't.
Do you know what? Don't mean this in a sexist way, but I know lots of like my female friends don't like it.
Yeah.
I just think it's too stupid.
It's a
for
boy
me.
film. It's a
That
total boy
sounds
film.
It's
really
kind of
bad.
like
It's
that
like
other
Dumb and Dumber.
film that we had to watch, and I really didn't like it.
I
The
don't
one
mean
everyone
like
liked.
it's just like boy
It's boy
stupid
humour.
boy humor.
And it's
isn't
dead
it?
daft, and I
Uh-huh.
just pure not into it. And it's
Yeah,
like,
Big
Like it's
Lebowski.
so outrageous,
Big Lebowski,
but as well because it's improvised, all of it.
oh, is it? Don't know
Yeah,
that.
If you
it's,
wa- if
they
you watch
have
the
like
bloopers-
they have like it's all
Yeah, you can
improvise
tell they
it.
had a lot
so
of fun.
funny.
Like it is like it's funny because it's so silly, but then it's not funny because I want to actually be entertained
It's so
Yeah.
silly though. It's
in
too
like a
silly.
different way. I don't know. Like
But I like
it's
it.
not
But like,
smart.
but if okay, so it's one of my favourite comedies because if I'm in a bad mood and I put it on, I'm instantly cheered up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the same with Airplane, The Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Airplane.
Oh
Borat.
my gosh, the naked
You
guy.
know, but I mean that's a bit out of reach, but
Hilarious. But I see the bat, and she's in the shower. Memories of the corners of my mind. And then he comes in, he starts singing it, and of the way we go, and then he goes, "Can it be? It was so simple then." And then she's like, "Ah."
Is that what
Oh,
happens
the
in
best.
Elle? Like, do you think they were inspired by that?
Well,
No.
maybe
And
because
then-
she's in the shower. And she's
Yeah,
She's in the
yeah.
shower and then
Can
there's
it be? It was all so simple
baby,
then.
it's cold
It is
outside. And he runs
Which is
in,
bloody
runs in the
classic,
locker.
man. Hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Cracks
yeah,
me up.
Step Brothers.
Talking about Will Ferrell, the Anchorman films.
Throw that in.
Oh, okay.
Throw that in.
I've only seen the second one and I thought it was really like funny, but I've
But-
not seen the first one.
But like the Anchorman films, like it
They are
didn't
really-
stop laughing for the entire 2 hours. That's brilliant.
Yeah, I remember I seen the second one in the cinema and
They sometimes leave a bad taste in my mouth though.
really
These kind of films like that, I'm a bit like, they're quite funny, but then I'm like, ugh. They just make me feel a bit uneasy.
Yeah. You know the bit where he's like he calls her in, and then he calls Christina Applegate in, and he's like got his shirt off and he's like doing the weights, and he comes in, he's like, "Oh, I didn't expect you to come in," just to show off his guns. Like things like that's so funny. Like why are you doing that?
That is quite funny.
you gotta
Funnier than
find
Step Brothers.
Where did you get a grenade?
out
I don't know.
okay.
But yeah, and
I Love Lamp.
I love lamp.
See,
Loud
yeah.
noises!
See, that's so stupid.
Like, that's what I like about, like, you know how Step Brothers is really silly, and then there's, like, Airplane that's not. Like, Airplane's, like, hilarious because it's so smart.
Yeah.
That's what I like
funny.
in a comedy, when it's, like, so smart and so stupid, but it goes so
I mean,
well.
Airplane's a little bit overreach here. We're talking 1980, but it is the best comedy of all time.
It is so
Yeah, it
good.
is.
I love it.
I need to watch it again. But anybody else got a film to throw in the film
Yeah.
fire?
Avatar.
Yeah.
And I didn't really enjoy it, but just because of
What it did.
what it did.
Yeah.
It made so much money. Wasn't
Yeah.
it? Highest grossing of
Something
all
like
time.
Yeah,
I
it made
don't
so
know.
much money.
But
And their little sex scene was funny.
yeah,
Connect tails, woo.
oh yeah, I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it.
I thought it was quite good. Like, visuals and everything were really good.
Yeah,
Right.
because of visual effects, and all that stuff. Like what it did for, like it was a whole world,
A new genre almost created.
created with CGI,
Yeah, I thought it was really good in that.
and that's
sense.
what Jungle Book did,
Yeah.
but better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made up so much. It was so good. I enjoyed Avatar, but it was too long.
Yeah.
No,
well,
I
I
didn't.
couldn't be bothered. I wouldn't just
I
go
think
sit
that's
there
why
and
I
watch
didn't
it.
like it.
I went as
Just
an
so
Avatar
long.
for Halloween. I turned up to a party. I was like 14, right? And I turned up. Oh my gosh, my first Halloween party, like with cool
Did
people.
you paint yourself blue?
Well, she's done it yellow before. It's not going
I
to
know.
stop her.
That's true, yeah.
I
you didn't
turned
see
up-
it as much,
no,
did
yeah.
Oh, I saw pictures. I was
Right.
extremely impressed.
Like,
I just saw
Turned on a little
footprints
bit.
everywhere. I was like, well, Ali's been here.
Genuinely, like, I felt terrible. They woke up and they were like, oh, you had yellow all over our walls. I was like, what? How was I in yellow on the walls? I was like doing stuff to the walls.
Ali dancing when she's drunk, wearing yellow paint.
Lord almighty.
What else is new?
No, because it was people
Lord,
were
my
making
name.
over and help me paint myself. I was left to my own bloody. Horrendous. No, but I turned up. It was a really cool party. I turned up. The girl was dressed up as a fucking cat, and I turned up. Be like, I'd like backed, teased all my hair. It was like boom, the big blue brows. Like the contour was all blue. My face was blue. I had a fucking tail. and she was like, "Mum, look at Alice," and I was like.
That's the worst.
And then all the cute boys, the older boys, like 2 years older, all came to the party, and he was like one of the really cute boys, and he was like, "Who's that?" I was like, "You don't know me, you don't need to know me."
I'm going to tell you my name.
Like, no, I've still got a picture, but I'm just not showing up now.
My
You show us it later.
one of my favourite moments one of the last times you were on when we talked about Wonder Woman. You were talking
Aye.
about how you went to see Iron Man 3 dressed as Iron Man,
And
and then you said you were going to buy the Wonder Woman suit to make yourself
Aye.
happy. Give us an update. Did you purchase the suit?
I've not, because I'm not going to get Wonder Woman now. I think I'm going to get a proper Iron Man one. I feel like
Okay.
Wonder Woman, a lot of people have it, and I feel like to
Did
be
the
a
Iron Woman?
female Iron Woman would just. Because I remember I walked through all now Escape, like we're beheaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent a full day walking around in the Iron Man outfit. I had wee kids coming up to me. And then people was like, boys were like, "She's a girl, it's a girl." I was like,
Leave me
I'm a
alone.
woman. I'm a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, woman. Give us another one.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I was gonna say this film. I don't know if all of you have seen it. I saw a film recently called Call Me by Your Name.
Oh
And-
yeah.
I've not
I
seen it yet.
think
No
I've
spoilers.
So obviously, I'd say if you're talking about kind of, I'd say more kind of indie films. I was gonna say, so this kind of ties in with Blue is the Warmest Colour, because they're both LGBT films, and a lot of people have been saying that it's on the rise. Like, this is the time for LGBT films. This is the time for people's rights being shown. But when I watch Call Me by Your Name, as much as it is in a gay romance, I don't think of it like that.
Yeah.
It's a coming of age film, and then, like, one of my favourite films are like coming of age films because we're coming of age. But see, from the get-go of this film, like, the pacing's amazing, the shots are amazing. It's genuinely, I've watched a lot of films that are going to be nominated, well, have been nominated, and this is like one of my top 3. And not only that, the soundtrack's brilliant. I hope the soundtrack wins an Oscar, if I'm honest, because I think they have the best. It needs to win a couple of Oscars. See, when you watch it, like, it's quick, 'cause it's based in a book, and it's got quite some risky scenes, but it's done in such a classy way. And the fact that it's so done just so beautifully, and I just think it's such a beauty. And see the end of the film, do you know what it is to me? The reason I love it is because it shows like a quick romance, a quick like burst of love and infatuation, and then something happens at the end and it changes, And I think that's an example of life. You have bursts of infatuation with people, and it ends because that's life. You have I believe you're not supposed to be with one person. You're meant to be with loads of different people. So that's just a perfect example of I love a romance in summer, and then there's going to be another one next year, and then another one next year, and you can never catch on to one thing for too long because there's always going to be another.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's so great.
Yeah.
Like Blues the Warmest Colours, the same thing. If you
Yeah,
watch
and also
that,
like Carol,
the end.
like
Yeah,
that came out in
yep. Carol
2014. No, 15.
and Kate and
Kate
it's
Blanchett.
amazing.
I
Like
thought you
yeah.
meant cake. Jennifer
Like that
Kate
was such
Blanchett.
that was smart because like it showed issues that were going on in that time.
Exactly.
And then kind of like showing how lucky we are now that like everything's
yeah.
moving forward.
Exactly.
Blue
To
is the Warmest
remember.
Colour though, that is like one of my favourite films.
It's a beautiful film.
Like it's so beautiful.
Beautiful.
And like even her eating, I'm like, that's like I
Yeah.
love you. Like Adele.
I
love you.
remember watching it though, and I was just like, and it was just so. It's just such a good representation of. It's a good representation of somebody who doesn't know where they're at, and then someone who does,
Yeah.
and then their journey of discovery, and it shows different sides of the ball pitch. And I think that's the interesting thing about these films and people who are like bi and gay and things is that that's not straightforward for people like that. There's such a
Yeah, it's one that
a journey.
totally one that slipped under the radar for me, and I forgot all about it until I saw your tweets, and I was like, okay, I've got to watch it, so I'll get on that and I'll report back.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that too.
I've been
'cause
I've been quite vocal
I didn't
about
know
it
about
Yeah.
because
So-
I loved it that much.
You were saying about Call Me by Your Name, the actor, he's called Timothy Chalamet,
Yes.
or however you say it. He's in Lady Bird as well,
Have you seen
which
it?
I haven't seen, no,
It's
but
very good.
I want to see it.
He's not really in it
'Cause
for
that's
that
up for
long. A lot of awards. Yeah.
Awards as well.
But do you know what? Lady Bird, another film I love because it's like another coming of age film. And do you know what? Seeing that film, they show exactly what it's actually like being a teenager.
Yeah.
Like it's all about her struggles with her mum and stuff. And I'm like, it is true because when you're growing up, you shout at your parents and you're rude to them. And
Yeah,
you, how do you say her name again? The actress in it,
Saoirse.
Saoirse Ronan. She's just beautiful.
Yeah,
And she's great, and she's got different. She's unique.
yeah.
And it's
I
just
really
it's
like
funny.
her. Yeah, she's good.
She's funny. It's a good
Oh,
film.
I'm gonna watch these.
I have another one, totally unrelated to that. Just change subject completely. Dunkirk
Yeah,
Dunkirk.
that'll go down.
and Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, I
haven't seen
Has
Yeah.
prefer.
anyone
Hacksaw
seen the
Ridge.
original Dunkirk? Because there was an
No,
original.
I know what you mean, but I didn't see it.
I want to watch it, like really
No,
bad,
it's-
and compare. Or have you seen it?
It's
It's
like
not more of a
it's
documentary.
like no, it's like
Is it not
old. It's like
1980s?
no, it's
No.
like
38, I think.
like black and white, like
Really?
Really, like
yeah.
proper old.
But the only
I just
reason
wanna see it.
I'm saying those two because they're two war films, in my opinion, two of the best war films of all time. Hacksaw Ridge significantly better than Dunkirk. I really enjoyed Dunkirk. I just don't think it was as good as Hacksaw Ridge.
I haven't seen
Hacksaw Ridge was more
Hacksaw Ridge.
got a grab.
I watched it
Yeah.
the other night. It is feckin' incredible.
Like it hurt me.
It's
And
a great
because
film.
and do you know what as well? Do you know why as well? Because it's one man's personal story. You're more so you go on the journey with him, and to see his bravery and I think it's crazy that someone actually did that and
Yeah.
saved those. Even he saved lives of the people that were trying to kill. It's like
Yeah.
We won't ruin it for
We won't
you,
ruin
but
it.
basically,
You will love Hacksaw Ridge.
yeah.
Andrew Garfield.
it'll grab you by the
Fucking
heels.
Vince Vaughn's performance of his
Oh.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Guys, don't. I'm gonna start crying about it. It's so
but
Dunkirk's
Dunkirk,
good though. Dunkirk's
Dunkirk.
the sound in
Oh
Dunkirk.
god,
The loudest.
soundtrack.
That is the
Wow.
loudest film I've ever heard in my life, and it's not like the gunshots. It's the missiles and the airstrikes and the planes.
I hate that.
amazing, though.
I hate that. I spoke about it because we spoke about Dunkirk on this, didn't we? No, it's those dive bomber planes and the angle of the camera when it's like literally coming towards you. I hate that. I hate that.
I love the whole like just the sound.
The scariest
I
part for
thought
me.
the soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah.
Like
And-
and they're always being
And it's
ticking,
ticking,
going
yeah,
on.
yeah.
That
Amazing.
put me on edge. I was literally sweating in my seat, and I was like, "What?"
I might watch it tonight after I watch the rest of them. And also, my scariest part was when they were trapped in the submarine
Oh gosh.
and the torpedoes, and all you hear is
yeah.
torpedoes, and it's like they can't escape.
I know.
They're trapped in the water.
It was so scary.
It's
like
so scary.
it's good. They were brutal about everything, and that's
That's the way it was.
That's how war films should be. It shouldn't be all like all nice, and there shouldn't be any romance in
Hacksaw
it.
Ridge
It
is
was
the same.
horrible.
Hacksaw Ridge is the same.
It was freaking horrible.
But yeah, war films. We love a comedy. Becca,
Okay,
give us a couple more
I've
before we leave.
got two that
Ooh.
I want to hear people's opinions on because they are like
Are they mixed?
really big films, and it's like okay, so one of them is Ghostbusters. What did you
Okay.
think about Ghostbusters and it all being a girl cast? And also the other one is not anything to do with Ghostbusters.
There's Alexa.
Alexa, I'm telling you, she just listens to me. And Twilight. Because Twilight came out the last
Okay.
10
Do
years.
you know what?
And that-
Twilight was a groundbreaker, like for teenagers. Like that
Like-
was every. Remember? Do you remember the phenomenon that was when it came
Yeah.
out?
It was insane.
I
Like,
was not
I read all
fan.
the books, I was a wee
Oh,
bit
I-
obsessed.
I watched them all.
You know
Was
how you
not
get
a
No
that?
shame.
You get that loser who shouts "Whoa" when Jacob takes his top off.
Whoa, yeah!
That was you.
That was bloody me.
I
Are you
thought
Team
I-
Jacob or are you Team
I was
Edward?
bloody Team Edward. And I'm like,
No.
yeah, Jacob, take the top off.
No.
Well, Team Emmett. really.
Jacob, he was put
Team
through so
Edward.
much shit, okay? Fuck Belle. Fuck her.
I think she's fuck her. She's just. I think she's
Bella,
a
Ursula
bitch.
Swan.
She ruined
I
our
know.
lives.
She ruined my life. I would have treated them both lovely.
It's not the Twilight
Her and that
episode.
myth.
There was another film you talked about in there.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
Right, what are you talking about? Are you
Ghostbusters?
talking about
The one that came out-
the new one, the
Yeah, the new
all-female
one.
cast?
Yeah, all female
I've seen
cast, 2016.
Ghostbusters, all female
I've
cast.
not seen that one.
Have you not? Ali?
It's most. It's not.
I don't
It
think
isn't
I've
very.
even.
Yeah, this
I
is what I
didn't-
want
I
to
didn't-
see
I didn't,
because
but-
it was a big thing, but is it going to make it into a classic? Like,
No, it was a big thing because of
all women.
just because it was all women.
Yeah.
But I've never seen the original ones, and I seen it. I didn't
But
like
you want
it.
it to be good.
So
More than that, you want it to be good.
I don't like how
yeah.
I think they tried too hard to be funny.
they tried to
okay.
match the original, right? Look, we're updated for 2017 or whenever it came out, and the original Ghostbusters
2016.
is a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's like
Aye.
taking any classic film and changing the cast, whether it be an all-white cast and all-black cast, an all-female cast or an all-male cast or whatever.
Instead of
Just
being creative.
updating it instead of being creative.
It's like Kevin Hart wants to do Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
a no.
you-
Don't
you
you dare,
just-
mate.
I just think it's disrespectful. I'm gonna be.
See, if you're gonna
It
have
is
to-
disrespectful.
All
Like,
it is,
I like Kevin
Broke
Hart
my bag, the
as well.
bastard. It was around my fruiting. That I always say that when something bad happens. It was around my fruiting.
I love Kevin Hart as well. I love Kevin Hart, but that is a classic as well. Mrs. Doubtfire.
Miss Doubtfire's a great film, yeah.
This
And
is our
especially
problem.
when Robin Williams is
Yeah,
no longer with
bloody
us.
Do
And
that.
Don't
I
do
can do a
that.
great
Don't
impression
suggest
of that.
stupid things, Kevin.
See if you're going to do an all-black cast or an all-female cast, great. But don't just do
Be
it
creative.
just
Have
because, you
some
know.
originality
Yeah.
because, like, there's so many female comedians that are really smart. And who was in that cast again? Ghostbusters. It was Amy.
Amy
No.
Poulter,
Kristen,
Melissa
Kristen,
McCarthy.
Kristen
Yeah.
Wiig, Kristen Wiig,
Oh,
Melissa
really?
McCarthy, Leslie something
Oh,
else,
do you know what?
And they
Wait,
all-
I mean, Bride's
They
main
all
cast,
are
isn't it?
usually
Yeah.
funny, but like
Kate, someone.
Blanchett.
Sometimes
No.
I
She's
can't be
definitely
arsed. Sometimes I can't be arsed.
Oh, they were all from SNL,
Right, okay.
like it just
and
didn't
they're
flow
all
well.
really funny. Kate McKinnon, they're all funny, but it just
Yeah, I
Sometimes
just
see-
feel like they tried too hard and it didn't like float well.
Yeah, see, sometimes even if
annoyed
you
me.
have good comedians, see if the script's no good. The script's no good. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
really, sometimes that can be part of the issue. If it's a bad script, sometimes it's quite hard to lift
I could
it.
talk about a film recently that was the case.
What?
The Circle.
Oh,
Hanks.
Well, a load of pish.
No, I didn't even watch it.
I fell asleep.
I didn't. I
And I
watched
never fell
a bit
asleep.
of it and got bored. I was like, "What the fuck is this
I was
shit?"
proved wrong. I said multiple times on this podcast I could sit and listen to Tom Hanks read a phone book, but I can't listen to him read the script of The Circle.
Yeah.
It's moronic. The acting is terrible.
Bad.
Anyway, I'm not. This is classic. This
It's,
is
yeah, you don't want to ruin the vibes. Here, will I say another one? I was gonna say, okay, I will say it. Well, I'm kind of cross which one I want to talk about because they're both good. I was gonna say either like Interstellar or La La Land. They're
Oh,
both-
interesting.
Yeah.
They're both big ones. La La Land, the soundtrack. You get the invitation, I get the
Oh,
right
I
address.
love that.
It's another day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought La La Land was
Another
a
day
really
of
good
sun.
musical because it showed like the side of Hollywood
Yeah. That
that
was bloody
like,
brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like real as well, and it's
it
like
was so realistic.
The argument of your art and money.
Yeah.
would you
And
pick or
that's
love?
or love over a career. And I think, do you know what's so sad though, is at the end of the day they always did love each other, but they had to separate for the names of what they love in their art.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's quite,
I didn't
It's quite
particularly enjoy La La Land.
Why?
Well.
Just because I don't know, when I went to see it, it was after college. I was so tired. In fact, it would have been after Cumbernauld probably.
oh well, no wonder.
And I'd have been I'd sitting about all day. Do you know what I mean?
I was after. I remember I was there.
Yeah, and
Because they were tired after
so I was
those
kind of
days.
like,
Very knackering.
no, but you know that way where you don't do anything, so you get more tired. Do you know what I
totally
mean?
get
Yeah, what? You said it, no me.
Do you know what I mean? No, not like. I actually had a fair amount to do compared to some people. But even I was still like knackered from kind of just
getting that blood flow on you.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But like, we went to see it, and then I was just so tired, and because it had been hyped up so much, I was like.
They love or hate it.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I just don't like how people were
But
like,
I didn't love it.
I'm going to dislike this film because everybody says it's great. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not doing
Yeah.
that.
I'm not saying you
like-
were, I'm just saying like a lot of people were like, I know a few people who went to see it were
I
like,
thought it was really
everybody
smart.
said it's great.
I was quite thinking,
I hated
I was
it.
like, everybody loves it. Oh, well, I've not seen it yet, and then I went to see it, and I was like, somewhere in the
And,
crowd.
and then they
You
came
know?
back up. Like they could.
City of Stars.
Oh,
it's so
I've
nice.
I've got to rewatch it. I loved it.
And I
thought
think
it was good.
Ryan
that-
Gosling is just a sexy man.
Oh, I just wanted to grab him.
I
like,
think Emma Stone's
especially-
beautiful as well.
Yeah, I have a big crush on her too. I think
I
she's
think her
just
eyes are
funny for
beautiful.
them.
She's a funny gal.
But she looked really weird in one of the shots. You know, when she was doing her audition, she just looked really sad. Her face
Yeah.
looked so weird. I was like, what the
Just
hell?
shows you the power the camera can do. Not always the way we look these days. Sometimes
That's
the camera
all.
picks us up badly, shows our double chin. But
And sometimes
Well,
it makes
ignore
us look
that.
good. When you said Interstellar,
Interstellar just breaks me down into two.
I never saw
I've never
that.
seen it.
it just took
Oh
it took
my
me so long to
God.
fucking understand
It's
it.
really, really
I'm
confusing.
watching it.
But see, do you know the scene where he it's only been like a couple of days or whatever, and he speaks to his daughter,
Through the books.
and they're actually
Oh
like
my
they're
God.
days older, and he sees that his son's got a child and stuff, and he starts crying.
Oh,
My
Jesus.
life gets back to I listen to whenever I want to cry. I know it sounds really terrible when you want to cry. I've listened to the soundtrack because there's a song, this Interstellar song just grabs my soul and bashes it against the wall.
Wow.
Wow.
Ali,
Violent.
I think you need like a wee chill.
I think I need a
Anyway.
vodka.
Yeah.
No, but
It's all about like how in space like time is different obviously. So 2 days of his life is like 20 years in here
Yeah.
sort of thing, and he comes back to Earth as like a
the same age. So
same age he was.
30s and he left and he came back the same age and his daughter's like
Is now older than him or
she's
whatever.
like near death because she's that old.
It's like, oh my God, it's so sad. But yeah,
But it did not make you appreciate though time with other people. Like it made you think,
Yeah.
well, I need to appreciate the time you've got with someone and the fact that
my dream's
yeah,
being an astronaut with crushed. I'm not going
Yeah,
to
that was actually my dream job for.
Is it really?
Yeah, but I'm terrible at physics.
Yeah. Ewan,
I have another trilogy.
go for it.
Oh,
But I'm kind of discounting one of them.
alright.
And the one I'm discounting is Quantum of Solace. But
Way Bond.
the Bond films, the Daniel Craig Bond films.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
oh no, it's still a trilogy then, because
Casino Royale.
and there's going to be another one due to come out
Yeah.
with Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
He's signed up for another
Yeah,
one.
good. I think it might even be his last one to be honest.
Because well, Spectre.
Very good,
Skyfall was meant to be his last one.
Let the sky fall.
Then it was like, oh, he's going to do
Skyfall.
Spectre, and then Spectre came out, and it's like, that's it.
I didn't like Spectre as much as I liked Skyfall.
I thought
No,
Skyfall was
Skyfall was
amazing.
definitely the
Oh,
best.
but
Casino Royale.
Casino Royale was,
Yeah.
I think Casino
Yeah, I
Royale
like
was
that.
better.
Casino Royale was like a film of my childhood, like, but I
Same.
didn't see it until more recently.
2006.
But like
Yeah.
2006, everybody was talking about Casino Royale. It was everywhere.
Went to the cinema to see it with my dad. I was like, class.
Best
so I
film.
went to see every Bond film with my dad
Yeah.
ever since. Same with the Bourne films
Yeah.
as well, which I think also they're really good as
I
well.
love the Bond
Yeah.
films, yeah.
Um,
Highly, I think
so I think
prefer
they
them
could
to
be
James Bond.
classics.
Some great material put out there.
Yeah, good call.
Right, I've
Go
got
on.
some. They're like indie films, I would say. I don't know, or like, okay, we'll talk about them. Okay, so I've got 500 Days of Summer, because that is an absolute, that is going to be a classic. Like,
Do you think?
I think it's so great. Like, so I've got 500 Days of Summer,
Oh.
Juno, Hot
Juno.
Fuzz, Pineapple Express,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's it.
Do you know
Yeah,
bloody
could go with that.
Alice and Janie is amazing.
And Into the Wild.
Into the Wild.
Why are we not talking about that? That is
Yeah.
such a good
I've never
film.
seen it.
You've not seen it?
No.
You've not seen
What
I've
year
seen
was?
You've not... Guys, you've not seen Into the Wild. Ali, what do we...
Yeah.
Into the Wild.
Into the Wild.
What did we do?
Into the Wild.
What's that?
It's like about a guy and he basically goes, fuck everything. He like gets rid of his like ID, his passport and everything. He's like, nope, I'm just gonna go and live and not like have the government know that I'm existing and stuff. And he basically lives in a wee cabin, and I won't ruin it for you. Well, a wee
Okay.
caravan.
2007.
And he goes to Alaska. So I think that's gonna be my life at some
Yeah.
point. I'm gonna disappear for about 2 years,
Yeah.
and I'll be in Alaska somewhere
Okay.
in a wee van, and hopefully
Cool. Pineapple Express.
Pineapple
funny.
Express is so
Interesting
good.
choice.
Neil Hirsch. So. Sorry.
That is like
It's a great film, yeah.
What
That
year
is-
was Pineapple Express? And
2007?
2000.
bloody hell, it is
It was
funny
2008.
though. That's a do you know, that's a comedy that I can really laugh.
Like that is
The bit when he's in the car.
yeah.
And but see Juno
Juno,
is a
yeah.
beautiful film.
Juno is so good too. In 500 Days of Summer, I think that is like such a good.
I'm not as big
rom-com.
on it. I'm not as big.
I like a 500 Days of Summer.
I like the soundtrack.
I remember when I
Oh,
watched
the
it, it made
soundtrack,
me-
and that's beautiful.
It made me feel
He's
nice.
cute.
Yeah.
I get that mixed up with Kings of Summer. You seen
That's
that?
a good film.
That's a good
Kings
film.
of Summer, I've never heard of
Yeah,
that.
the three boys. who
That's
just
another
want to
feel
try and
good
get
one
away.
because it's like coming of age as well.
Yeah. So
But
that's fun.
yeah.
I wouldn't say that's going to be considered a classic. I'm
Paul
just saying-
Giamatti in that.
I don't know, but the guy who played from Hannah Montana, what's his name? Moises Aries is in it.
Yeah,
Sassy.
he's so funny.
He is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
what
a good
about,
one.
What about Hot Fuzz? Does no one think?
I've
Oh,
never
I
seen
love
it.
Hot
You've not
Fuzz.
seen Hot
Never
Fuzz?
seen it.
Have you
Not
seen
seen
Hot
Hot
Fuzz?
Hot Fuzz, yeah.
That's one of the ones I've been
You
really
need
wanting to
to
see.
watch
But you can still
it.
say Shaun of the Dead because is that still in the last 10 years?
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No,
It's still okay, it
is
doesn't
not?
matter, still recent enough.
Alright, okay.
Hot Fuzz is very
Hot
good.
Fuzz is so good.
2008 is 10 years ago.
I know, but I mean, be
That's scary.
I know.
ridiculous.
A minute ago, I just thought 1999 was 10 years ago. 1998 was 10 years ago. But that's 20 years ago.
It's not, we're all old. I
I
don't
know.
like it.
We're all turning really old this year.
See, when you were saying Into the Wild, that reminded me of Hunt for the Wilder People. That just came out recently.
Yeah, is that?
But I think that'll be
that's no. You need to watch Into the
That's-
Wild. That's such a
feel good.
You've got one written down
It's
there.
quite
me
indie.
fuck, I just ruined it. You've got one written down there that you should have already said.
Mamma Mia. Yeah,
Mamma
Mamma
Mia.
Mia. Come on,
It's already a classic, isn't it?
Oh,
that is
Mamma
like
Mia.
2008, and
2008?
it's like that was literally my Christmas of 2008. Like I watched that movie on repeat.
Second one's coming out.
The second one's coming out.
This
Oh,
year?
I think it's 2019.
Yeah,
Meryl
yeah.
Streep's dead in it. What's that about?
Yeah, is
What?
she?
Yeah, well, I got that from the trailer.
No,
Yeah, that's
that,
what
no,
I got from
no,
the
no, no, no,
trailer.
no, you're not. No. Lily Collins is like playing Meryl Streep when she was
No, she's
younger. What?
Lily James is.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lily
Lily
Collins
James.
is.
Oh, I've got one.
What?
They're all hot.
Someone just said Lily James.
Baby Driver.
Baby Driver.
Oh,
Baby Driver,
I like
yeah.
yeah, but I like it. I didn't really. The film was the soundtrack. Like this, the soundtrack.
No,
yeah.
it felt
This is my
amazing.
problem
Yeah.
with Baby Driver, okay? Why did Edgar, whatever, blah blah blah, not stick with the theme that he had at the start? He had all those like writings on the wall.
Yeah.
That's the problem I have with him. He doesn't stick with themes in
That's
his
fair
films.
enough.
It
Actually,
really annoys
I
me.
adore that film
He
so
did
much.
Scott Pilgrim too, didn't he? That's such a good film.
I think you're right, yeah.
And he kept everything going through that, but I think it's just because he had comics stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have time for one more each.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Choose wisely.
I don't have any.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Ali.
I'm gonna go with Birdman.
Oh.
Good choice.
Oh, I do have one, sorry.
Because it's Emma Stone in it. She's great. Obviously they got lots of nominations and just this style of
Keaton?
direct.
Was
yeah,
it all done in one
the
shot?
style? Well,
Did they not cheat it a
There's
little
2 or 3
bit?
visible
yeah,
changes,
but,
but other than
but
that.
most of it, and I think that was really clever. I thought it was quite risky. I think as well to do that, but I think it showed the connection between backstage and on stage really well. It's just a damn good film, isn't it?
It's when they cut. It's when they're going between like doors and stuff.
Is there like a sneaky
It's
cut?
like a sneaky cut.
Right, okay.
But yeah,
I think. Well,
it's
I'm
great.
assuming that's when it is. Must be.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's only like 2 that you see, and it's like going from night to day, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
things like that you see.
So I was going to
changing.
say, who is the actor in it again? He was in. I was actually going to say, Fight Club's great as well.
Edward Norton.
Oh, when did
Edward
Fight Club come
Norton.
out?
I don't actually know. That's
99.
Oh, okay,
That's
that's it.
Then on the Fast
Yeah,
and
Edward
Furious.
Norton, you're thinking.
Edward Norton. Because
that's
he
not
was also in American History X, which I really like. I think that
He's one of the best actors in the world, yeah.
Good.
Also in Moonrise Kingdom.
Emma
I will watch
Stone,
that 'cause I
Naomi
want to see
Watts.
it.
And actually, Naomi Watts is a hit or miss for me, but I love Emma. Emma Stone's good in it.
I'm glad you didn't mention a film. You've not mentioned it, and I'm not going to remind
Oh.
you because I hate it.
What?
You just reminded me by saying that.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
My final film is Boyhood,
Okay, I got so bored that I just stopped watching it. Just nope.
and nothing else happened.
Nothing I've nope. Did not enjoy that.
Nah, it wasn't the one I was going to say, but Boyhood is one for me. I love that
I've
film.
actually not seen Boyhood.
Boyhood's
One
amazing.
film I've not
Yeah.
seen.
It just didn't.
It's
I've
just
heard
so
it, but
clever.
I've heard a lot of people didn't like it. Though.
Like it was the whole concept was really smart. We've talked about this before.
Yeah,
like,
don't you worry
like
about
it was a smart concept. I just don't know.
The film I'm going to choose, Boyhood was a joke, even though it's a great film. My final film I want to say is going to be a future classic, Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Good one.
Ooh.
Because there's so many apes films, right? So all the way back to the 60s was the first one, right? Or even the 40s maybe? I don't know, but there's those really, really old ones,
40s?
right? And they're considered classics.
No, it's
But
not
I
fair.
think-
It's like 67.
I think the best one is Rise of the Planet of the Apes that came out in 2011. Starting off the new series, the new trilogy.
The
Have
one
you
that's
seen the rest of
coming
the
out.
series?
Yeah, Dawn and War. Yeah, and Rise is the best one.
War is good.
War is very good, yeah.
What's the one that's out this year?
It was War.
It just
Yeah.
came out last year.
But I think Rise of the Planet of the Apes is a hidden gem. It's talked about a lot, but not enough. It's a revolutionary film for CGI.
But again, that trilogy sort of
Yeah.
will be kind of probably considered classic.
Yeah, he was in the Dark Knight and the Bond films.
Because of Andy Serkis as well,
Yeah.
with the motion capture
Incredible.
and stuff.
So yeah, that's my final choice. Rise of the
Or-
Planet of the Apes.
Any Jake Gyllenhaal film.
Yes.
'Cause
Any
he's
Jake
the
Gyllenhaal
one
film.
from-
one
What one?
that I did not enjoy.
You're gonna say you didn't enjoy Nocturnal Animals.
I-
You
Oh,
feckin' Egypt.
I
Because I
like
hate-
Nocturnal
I-
Animals.
Nocturnal
I
Animals
really
is
like that,
incredible.
It's
When
very,
I-
it's
when
very
I-
Tom
like Amy,
Ford.
like
Yeah.
she was boring.
Yeah, she kind of annoys me sometimes.
When I rewatched
Thank you.
when I rewatched that film, I was like,
Does it?
why did I not give that film like?
But
Yeah.
see Jake Gyllenhaal in general.
You know what? I'll watch it again, see if it improves.
He
But
knows what he's
Bam.
talking about.
But he's
See, I was talking about that
climbs to the top,
that online thing, and it's variety, it's actors on actors.
Yeah,
It's Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah,
and Margot Robbie.
and he just knows what he's talking. Like,
And he knows the
just
film.
So smart.
Because he's talking about the scene
About
where
her
she's
film.
in the mirror and she has to break down. And I'm just like, he paid attention, but they were talking about his film Stronger,
Yeah.
which is coming out, and like
Have you
Still
seen
good.
it?
he plays a blinder. Oh, he always plays a blinder. Like there's some actors that just always play a blinder, and I just
Yeah.
just gets me. But he's not. But I want to marry him. That's the difference. He's my future
Husband,
life, my
yeah,
man,
same.
my reason.
We
to
know
be
that's gonna happen
future
because he's
dad.
listening now.
Well, Jake.
Oh, Jakey boy.
Mr. and Mrs. Gyllenhaal.
Becca. Final film.
okay, this is difficult, but I'm gonna have to go with Django Unchained, Hateful Eight, and Reverend.
And Kill Bill.
Yeah.
And no, but Kill Bill that came
What
out
year?
in
2004.
2003.
I know.
Yeah, so I can't go with that because I just think Quentin Tarantino is like one of my favourite directors. Don't care what people may say.
Did you say the Reverend? No.
Yeah, The Reverend isn't, but I'm just
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
chucking
say
that
that's
in
a good
there.
one, though.
The Reverend was really good too. I
That's
was really
right.
into like those kind of films
Yeah.
recently. Like
You were meant to
You'd
say
like a
yes.
film called Wind River.
Wind
Wind
River.
River.
Oh gosh, it
Not
actually
heard of
doesn't.
that.
That's a good film.
You'd love that film.
It's
Jeremy Renner.
You'll like it because it's about
But out of
native women who get
Abused.
yeah.
okay,
And
I'll
the
give
snow.
that a wee shout.
It's great.
But yeah, like
So-
out of all those are like my top ones. But Hateful Eight, like I just thought it was so
Good.
You were
smart.
Right.
meant to say one film, Becca.
I know,
You
but I
stole my
can't.
fucking film.
You know what? Did I steal a film?
You stole my film. Yes.
You say you
carry
don't
on.
have one?
Anyway,
Well, I did think
Ah.
about
Well,
it.
the Hateful Eight was our 2016 film of the year.
Yeah.
What was that? What?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
it was
The
such.
three of us, was it not?
Yeah, me, you, and Aaron.
All three of us picked.
Well, if-
And then lately,
Yeah.
Aaron was like, mine is The Edge of 17.
yeah.
That is such a good film though.
I
See,
know,
there's
but
too
it's
many
like-
films. How can you just have a favourite? I've got no
I
favourite.
don't have a favourite. I mean, if I was put the spot gun to my head, I would say, Jaws, Star Wars, but I
Oh,
okay.
actually, 2017 was the year I watched Jaws for the first time.
and you didn't
Really?
like it.
And no, I loved it.
Jaws is
The
good.
jump scare.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realise that was a thing. I shat myself.
Jaws is the best
Literally.
film ever made.
Like, I
Fight
peed.
me.
I peed. Like
It's
when
a
that
unique-
face came out of nowhere, I was like,
It's unique to its time, especially when it first came out. It was like
it's just
shit.
so
Yeah, that's a classic.
smart. It's so smart.
But
Okay, yeah.
Hateful Eight's good though because it's it's long, like every other Tarantino film, but
Yeah.
it's cute. It's quick and
Yeah, yeah,
sharp,
keeps
and
it
the
moving.
acting's
That's the
great.
thing.
He always
That's
picks
the
good
thing
acting.
with his films. Like there can be like times where it seems a bit long, but then all the page
Yeah.
comes in. It's smart. He is smart
Yes,
with his
great.
pacing.
He's a great director.
Right.
Although, but I prefer Inglourious Basterds. That's my
Oh,
favourite.
and Glorious Bastard. Yeah,
That's my
yeah,
favourite
that's-
Tarantino.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
was going to say Hateful Eight.
You not got that one?
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
You come on this podcast, you...
Oh, it's when
You
they
steal
keep on
my
like
films.
they keep on like hammering down the door. I
Yeah.
love that bit. I was like, yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so
Oh,
Oh
cute.
yeah.
Oh, it's like I was tense. I was like, who is it? Who is this snake? Oh, that was so good.
But I'm trying to. There should be. There's so many films though that it's kind of hard to sometimes.
I'm trying to think of one for you. I think.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm
Well-
sorry for stealing it.
No, 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 I'm
There's
fine.
films. If you look at these 12 Years a Slave, Dallas Buyers Club, like those are
Oh,
films.
Dallas Buyers
I
Club.
don't know how I felt about that. Like it was
Was
good,
it-
but
Experiences of your list.
like that's
Right, we're rambling. We're gonna have to
There's a film actually I've not seen, but it's called A Monster Calls. Apparently it came out in 2016. Apparently though, it's beautiful and haunting, and
That's
apparently
Liam
that's
Neeson plays the voice of the monster or something. Isn't
Does
it?
he? Does he?
Oh, got another one. Monster House.
There we go.
Was that out?
Yeah, Monster House.
No, it was probably like 2006.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
good.
Well,
Monster
I mean,
House
I
is
could
so
say, I guess you
good.
could say Les Mis. That would probably.
Yeah, I was going to put it on my list
That would
because,
probably go down.
but then I didn't like. I watched it because everyone was like watching, and I was like, fine.
Boring.
Have you seen it?
I had to pause it. I had to pause it though. I did get a little bit bored. I don't know. Les Mis is
Yeah.
just not one of my like. What's his name? Song time.
Oh, there's films
I
like
can't
Lincoln
remember.
will probably. Gone Girl was a big
Oh,
one.
that's what I meant to say. Gone Girl. That
That's what I meant to say.
that was a good film.
Yeah, okay, we're rambling now. Let's end it there.
Sorry.
If any of the listeners have any suggestions of ones we missed, future classics that were released in the last 10 years that you think in 20 years, 30 years' time, we will.
I'm saying you just keep making faces and I love it. It's so funny. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
It's okay.
There's just
It's
so
okay.
many
We have to
films.
appreciate Ali's faces. But until next time, everybody. She's just like, oh well. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me today.
Thank you
For
for
coming
having
to
me.
my-
Thanks for having us.
And yeah, this is the Good Bit Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at the Good Bit Pod. Subscribe for more episodes. YouTube, CM42 TV. Also, what you could do to support the show is you could go onto iTunes and you could leave a little review. Give us 5 stars. Be nice. Write a wee comment. That'd be lovely. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Chris Moffat, the face that runs the place, and this has been
Die Beethoven.
Bad bitch Becca.
Ali Belly.
Ali B for Bowie. Also, you should follow us on our social media because we post fun things.
And what are those accounts?
Well, my Twitter's actually been locked right now. So, well, but if
Because
you
she
do,
tweets fun things.
but I'm making a new one. I'm Alison Goff, LLGOUGH. Or
Wow.
on Instagram, Cuba, but with 4 underslashes.
Underscores.
Underscores.
And
Mine-
you can follow me at _ Rebecca L Murphy on Twitter, and on Instagram I am Becca Murphs _
What are all these underscores for?
Woohoo! No, because everyone's called Rebecca.
They look great.
On Twitter, Die Beethoven is at Ferguson Ewan, and on Instagram, I'm at Ladiesman Ewan.
And he does not have any ladies, so that's a lie.
Right, okay,
So
you don't need to
exciting.
keep reminding me.
I'm on Twitter as well at CM42
Actually,
TV.
you know for a fact that's not true, Rebecca, so
Stop
shut
bragging.
up.
Anyway, Chris.
Yeah, this has been the Good Bit Podcast, Future Classics episode. Thank you very much for listening, and remember to always recognise.
Boom.